Good afternoon, Word of Grace and Internet families. Welcome to today's edition of 5 Minutes of Encouragement. As usual, the scriptures that I reference during this talk will be in the description box of this video. I ask that you both like and share this hashtag 5 Minutes of Encouragement. Family, welcome to day 2 of our Resurrection Week or Holy Week study, looking at things in the Bible that occurred during this week and how it impacts our lives and how we're supposed to live because of it. And I want to look at a very specific event today with the Apostle Peter. Peter, of course, Peter being one of Jesus' favorite disciples. I'm going to put it in those terms. I mean, he was always Peter, James, and John. So Peter being one of Jesus' favorite disciples, he was always with Jesus, but sometimes he didn't always get it right. But during this week, I want to look at something that I, again, feel has a lot to do with the way you and I interact in today's world as Christians. So I'll put that on the screen now. We're going to look at it in Matthew. And suddenly one of those who were with Jesus stretched out his hand and drew his sword, struck the servant of the high priest and cut off his ear. But Jesus said to him, "Put your sword in its place, for all who take the sword will perish by the sword. Or do you think that I cannot pray to my Father, and he will provide me with more than 12 legions of angels? How then could the scriptures be fulfilled that it must happen thus or this way?" What Jesus was telling the Apostle Peter was, listen, calm yourself. I could actually say something to my Father. He'd send more than 12 legions, which is thousands of angels, and they would wipe this place out. But that's not the way scriptures would be fulfilled. And what I want us to get out of this today is Peter, like a lot of very well-meaning Christians, sometimes we feel like we have to defend Jesus. Listen, you or I, that is not our job. We don't have to defend Jesus. He's more than capable of defending himself. And a lot of times what we're defending isn't Jesus himself, but our own personal sense of righteousness or our own personal sense of being right in some situation or scenario. Jesus doesn't need us to protect him. He's quite capable of protecting himself. As a matter of fact, he's committed himself to protecting us. And so let's not go off hacking people's ears off this week because we want to feel righteous in doing so. And leads me to another point. Jesus was not murdered here. I'm going to prove it to you right now. In the book of John, he said this: "No one takes it from me, but I lay it down of myself. I have power to lay it down, and I have power to take it up again. This command I have received from my Father." Family, you see, Jesus wasn't murdered. I mean, I think a lot of wars have been fought based on who murdered Jesus. Well, Jesus actually laid his own life down. There were human hands involved in bringing it to pass, but he laid his life down because if he didn't do that, you and I could never be justified in his name, which is what Holy Week is all about, family. So let's try not to lock people's ear off this week. Let's try to actually love people in the very same way that Jesus proved his love during this week in going to the cross for us. Thus we celebrate Resurrection Week. Family, I pray that this has been a wonderful source of encouragement for you today. As usual, I absolutely love and adore each and every one of you. More importantly, Jesus loves you. Go make it a great day, family. We'll see you back here tomorrow.